This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets Crypto, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Thursday, the 3rd of October. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I may share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right. Okay, let's have a look at where we are. Bitcoin. Obviously, we've made the daily sell signal target. We are below the daily middle band, and we are still testing the 50 DMA, which is where we were pretty much yesterday. We have gone a little lower, very, very small amount. We don't have a possible 60-minute buy signal brewing or fixed. And we've still got an open target below in about the 58,800 area, which could be met. And at this stage, I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Okay, nothing really much to report on the 15-minute chart. We're just consolidating sideways at the moment. This could be an overall double bottom. If we were to see a sustained break up over 62.4K, we would have a target in the 64.8K area, which would get us much of the way back to the high. It's showing no sign of breaking up yet. All right, Ethereum. Obviously, we made the target there too. We are well below the daily middle band and the 50 DMA. And we're actually approaching the daily lower bound. Now, I've got some concerns here. Now, we made the double top target, and we made it with confidence, which is good. Always nice to make a target. But you can see I drew in a wedge here. This isn't a bad-looking rising wedge. And if it's a rising wedge, then, well, it might be a flag. And if it's a flag, then it's got to target back at a retest of this low here at 2150. Now, there are a couple of issues with this interpretation. For instance, this was a higher low, and normally I'd be looking from a lower low. So I'm not that convinced about this, but this could be signaling a retest of the lows here, and we never did quite get a full retest of this low here at 21.38. We could see that here. On the plus side, on the bull side, we've got the possible RSI 14 buy signal brewing here. All right, Solana, we hadn't quite made the target yesterday. We have now made it. We've also broken the 50 DMA with confidence, and we're heading towards the daily lower band as well. I had 3 support levels I was giving to Swans the other day, and one of those was 50 DMA at 141. I had the daily middle band at 145 area, and we had the broken high at 140, and all of those have broken. This was the prior high, which was broken resistance, which I thought might be support. So we're below all of those at the moment. Where does that leave us? Well, I've drawn in another potential pattern here. Now, we had obviously the initial double top on Solana, which made target like a champ. Here, I've drawn in a possible head and shoulders. Now, it's not pretty, but it is valid. And it's got a target in the 122.5 area. Now, that's a tentative target. And also, the other thing about head and shoulders is that even though it's a valid pattern, it can still fail. In fact, this head and shoulders here, this was a very nice pattern, and it broke down, and that fell. And so it doesn't need to actually make that target, but it could. Support on the way. I've got the rising support from the low, which I've got at about the 128.5 area. But if we get through that, then I'll be looking at the head and shoulder target at 122.5. And again, we never retested their low. There is a risk that we're going to go and retest it now, and that would set up a nice second low of a double bottom if we were to see that. So just throwing it out there as a possibility, but it is a possibility. So watching this with interest. I was thinking we might find support yesterday and go back up. We haven't done that yet. All right, looking at Avalanche, RSI 5 sell signal made target there too. We're testing the 50 DMA on that. We've got a 60-minute buy signal brewing here too. So really, we've got 60-minute buy signals brewing everywhere except on Bitcoin. On Bitcoin, we've got a nice looking double bottom. So there's definitely scope for a reversal back up here, but we could continue down. It wouldn't be that surprising. Ethereum, certainly there's a case to be made for lower, and we've got no obvious bottoming pattern here yet. On Solana, there is again a case for lower. Doesn't need to make it, but we had quite a lot of strong support we have already gone through. So I'm a little concerned about that. I thought 140 had a very good chance of holding, and it didn't. We've still got some support around this area too. Here we have this low here in the 136 area, but it's not as strong as the support we've all the support we've just gone through. And the other thing is, if we convert these daily middle bands to resistance, so if we have a rally on Bitcoin, for instance, or one of the others comes back, back tests the daily middle band and finds resistance there and continues down, then that puts us back into bear mode. At which point, retests the low on Ethereum and Solana definitely move up on the probability chart. Am I thinking that we might retest this low here at 52.6k, or this one here at 49.2? I don't currently see a setup for it. Potentially, yes. A setup for it, no. But I am seeing setups that could potentially get us pretty close to that on both Ethereum and Solana, and I'm wondering about that. All right, great. No questions today, so I think that's a wrap, unless there are any questions. We will see. But Solana has broken the support at 140. It can go lower, and potentially I've got a target in the 122.5 area. Although it's not a great head and shoulders, and obviously it may fail. But we've got nice 60-minute buy signals. Those haven't fixed yet, and there are only potentials until they fix. So we will see how it goes. All right, cheers, guys. My pleasure as always. I'll have everything posted as soon as possible. I'll catch you guys later.